Alright, buckle up job seekers, because we're about to dive headfirst into the glorious, slightly terrifying, and utterly hilarious world of acing that job interview. Forget your grandma's advice about a firm handshake, but seriously, don't have a limp fish handshake. Nobody likes that. We're going full-on psychological ninja here, turning you into a mind-reading, charisma-oozing, hire this person immediately magnet. Think of this as your ultimate guide, your secret weapon, your psychological survival kit for the interview jungle. We're not just talking about answering questions, we're talking about winning hearts and minds. And trust me, in the cutthroat arena of job hunting, a little psychological edge can be the difference between ramen noodles and a corner office with a view. So, grab your favorite caffeinated beverage, put on your I'm about to conquer the world pants, and let's get this psychological party started. Oh, and at the end of the video, I'm going to share a trick that has never failed me. Ever. Part 1. Decoding the interviewer. It's not just about the questions, it's about the vibes. Let's be real. Interviews aren't just QA sessions. They're intricate dances of human interaction, where unspoken cues and subtle vibes can speak volumes. Think of your interviewer as a fascinating, slightly mysterious creature you need to subtly observe and understand. The Sherlock Holmes approach. Pay attention to everything. Their office decor. Are they a minimalist or a collector of quirky mugs? Their body language. Are they leaning in with interest or subtly checking their watch? Their tone of voice. Enthusiastic or more reserved, these little clues can give you insights into their personality and what they might value. For instance, a meticulously organized desk might suggest they appreciate structure and attention to detail. A collection of team photos could indicate a strong emphasis on collaboration. You're not stalking them, you're just being observant. The mirror on the wall technique. Humans are wired to like people who are like them. Subtly mirroring your interviewer's body language, leaning in when they do, maintaining similar eye contact, but don't become a creepy mimic. And even their speaking pace can create a subconscious sense of connection. It's like a silent agreement, a hey, we're on the same wavelength signal. Just don't go full method actor and start mimicking their nervous cough. That's just weird. The LinkedIn technique. Again, we're not stalking, we are educating ourselves. Search your interviewer online. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter or X, Instagram, etc. Find one or two things you two have in common, and when asked to tell a little about yourself, bring up the shared interest. Only don't tell your interviewer, hey, I saw on your Facebook page that you like camping. Me too. Maybe we should go camping sometime. Now you really look like a creepy stalker. Instead, say something like, well, I really enjoy camping and getting back to nature. This is casual and gives no indication that you said it based on your research. And it opens up the opportunity for a casual conversation. The I'm only interested in this company technique. I can't stress this enough. Do your homework on the business. Get to know the important aspects of the business. Their main objectives, their goals, their mission statement, any charitable activities. Make a note of these areas and practice recalling them. You must incorporate these subjects in your discussion. It shows the interviewer or interviewers that you are serious about this particular company's, not just getting a job. It's like meeting Brad Pitt and talking to him about how great his movies are. This boosts his ego. Now, if you were to meet Brad Pitt and talk to him about how great Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies are, you're going to lose him, and he will kindly excuse himself. Trust me on this one. I'm a business owner, and I just so happen to know Brad Pitt. Part 2. Crafting your persona. Authenticity with a sprinkle of awesome sauce. You don't need to be someone you're not, but you do need to present the best version of yourself. Think of it as turning up the dial on your awesome meter. The why you factor. This is your golden ticket. Don't just list your skills and experiences. Connect them directly to the company's needs and the specific role. Frame your accomplishments in a way that highlights how you can solve their problems and contribute to their success. It's not about what you've done. It's about what you can do for them. Think problem solver extraordinaire rather than just another applicant. If you have team building skills, say something like, I am known for my team building skills. In my last role, I was able to increase employee satisfaction scores by 45%. I believe that teams are built on the individual level, and it's incumbent upon me to get to know the entire team on a personal level. What you did was insert yourself in the company with a quick story. The storytelling superstar humans connect through stories. Instead of just saying, I have strong analytical skills, tell a brief, compelling story that shows your analytics in action. Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure your anecdotes. Make them engaging, relatable, and memorable. Bonus points for adding a touch of humor where appropriate. It can make you more likable and help you stand out. Just avoid telling that story about the time you accidentally set off the office sprinkler system. The confidence-charisma combo. Confidence is attractive, but there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Aim for quiet confidence. Know your worth, believe in your abilities, and let that shine through in your demeanor, your eye contact, and your tone of voice. A genuine smile and a positive attitude can be surprisingly powerful. Think I've got this rather than bow down to my awesomeness. Part 3. Mastering the interview questions. It's a mental chess game. Interview questions aren't always what they seem. Sometimes they're designed to probe deeper into your thought process, your values, and how you handle pressure. The tell me about yourself tango. This isn't to recite your entire life story. Focus on your professional journey, highlighting the experiences and skills that are most relevant to the role. Start with your most recent role and briefly walk through your career highlights, connecting the dots to the opportunity at hand. Think professional highlights real rather than my entire life in 60 seconds. The behavioral question breakdown. Questions like tell me about a time you faced a challenge and how you overcame it are designed to assess your past behavior as an indicator of future performance. Use the STAR method. Be specific, focus on your actions, and emphasize what you learned from the experience. Even failures can be framed positively if you highlight your learning and growth. Think lesson learned, problem solved rather than everything I've ever done perfectly. The why this company deep dive. Generic answers won't cut it. As we previously discussed, do your research on the company's mission, values, and recent achievements. Mention specific projects or initiatives that resonate with you. This demonstrates enthusiasm and a genuine desire to be part of their team. Think I'm a fan, not just an applicant. The salary negotiation standoff. This can be a tricky one. Research industry standards for the role and your experience. Know your worth and be prepared to articulate it confidently. Avoid giving a number too early. If pressed, you can deflect by saying you'd like to learn more about the full scope of the responsibilities before discussing salary. Think strategic conversation rather than panic mode. Telling the interviewer you need more information before discussing salary shows you are a good steward of company finances. Part 4. The psychological power plays, subtly influencing the outcome. Now we're getting into the fun stuff, the subtle psychological techniques that can give you an extra edge. Use these ethically and with finesse, of course. We're aiming for impressive, not manipulative. The anchoring effect. When discussing your previous salary expectations, if the topic comes up, you can subtly anchor the interviewer's perception by mentioning a slightly higher range than you might actually be expecting, within reason, of course. This can make your desired salary seem more reasonable in comparison. Think subtle suggestion rather than outlandish demand. The reciprocity principle. People feel obligated to return favors. Express genuine enthusiasm and gratitude for the interviewer's time. Send a thoughtful thank you email that reiterates your interest and highlights something specific you discussed. This small gesture can create a positive impression and make you more memorable. Think professional courtesy with a purpose. The power of positive framing. Frame your weaknesses as areas for growth and development. Instead of saying I'm terrible at public speaking, you could say I'm actively working on improving my presentation skills through workshops and practice. This shows self-awareness and a commitment to improvement. Think growth mindset rather than confession session, the closing the deal maneuver. Don't be afraid to express your strong interest in the role at the end of the interview. Ask about the next steps in the hiring process and reiterate why you believe you'd be a great fit. This shows enthusiasm and initiative. Think subtle call to action rather than desperate plea. All of this should be summarized in your thank you email. Part 5. The post-interview psychological aftermath. Don't vanish into the void. The interview isn't over until it's over. Your follow-up can be just as important as the interview itself. The timely thank you. Send a personalized thank you email within 24 hours. Reiterate your interest, mention something specific you discussed, and briefly highlight how your skills and experience align with their needs. Proofread meticulously. Typos are the enemy of professionalism. Think polite and professional reinforcement. The strategic follow-up, if necessary, if you haven't heard back within the time frame they provided, a polite follow-up email is acceptable. Reiterate your interest and subtly inquire about the status of the search. Avoid being pushy or demanding. Think gentle nudge rather than annoying pest. Now, for the bonus, the shocker. At the end of interviews, employers will ask, "Do you have any questions for us?" This is your chance to turn the psychological table on them. Reply with yes. Is there any reason you wouldn't hire me right now? At this point, you stop talking and wait. Two outcomes are going to happen. He or she is going to say yes and explain why. This is your opportunity to end on an enthusiastic high. You reply with, "I am willing to accomplish." Fill in the blank with what the interviewer said was the reason, and provide a reasonable timeline to finish if I'm offered the job. Again, this is where you remain silent. You've now asked a question that will stick in the interviewer's mind long after you've left. The second outcome is he or she is going to say no. At this point, you say, "That's fantastic. When will you make the decision for the position later?" When the employer is reviewing the applicants, he or she is going to remember telling you there is no reason not to hire you. This is going to force them to recall your interview more vividly than the other applicants. This has never failed me, or any that I've shared this with. The final boss battle, you got this. Landing your dream job isn't just about having the right skills and experience. It's about understanding the psychology of human interaction and presenting the best version of yourself. By decoding your interviewer, crafting your persona, mastering the questions, employing subtle psychological power plays, and nailing the follow-up, you'll be well on your way to winning over that interview and landing that coveted offer. So go forth, my friend. Embrace your inner psychological ninja. Be authentic, be confident, be engaging, and remember to bring your awesome sauce. You've got this. Now go out there and conquer that interview like the rock star you are. And hey, if you get the job, maybe subscribe to All Useless Facts and drop us a comment about how this short video helped land you that awesome job. Now go crush it.